So my name is Jay Spade. I've been training for almost 25 years, maybe longer now, and I am a second degree black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. So I would say that training, like how it improved my life, is difficult for me to say because I don't really know before, right? Like I started training when I was 6 years old, but I would say that versus like what I see with people that came up the same time period, I'd say that I have probably better locomotive skills. I'm extremely strong in ways that a lot of people wouldn't expect. I can move a lot differently than like I would think that I would if I was doing a more traditional sport. I'm not an incredible runner, but I can get up really well, and I can if I like end up I'm extremely strong. I can move a lot of heavy things really easily, and I think I attribute a lot of that to doing grappling and jiu-jitsu. So I'd say a lot of it is, it's discipline, right? Like showing up to a place that you're going to, potentially like get, I don't want to say beat up, but like kind of get thrown around, and somebody's going to be on top of you and they're going to hold you down and you're going to have to fight for your life. Developing the strength to be able to move and get yourself out of position, get yourself in tune with what your body can do. I'd say that's a lot of it. What martial arts is, and it's developing like mental strength, and just finding a place where you can find a community of people that are have similar goals and like a similar mindset to what you want. When you get out on the mats, like nothing else comes. Like none of your political views or your financial status or any of that stuff. Like everybody's equal in the mats. The only thing that matters is what you know and the skill of jujitsu. Like everything goes away.
Hi, I'm Gabe Gonzalez. I've been training for 2 years and 2 months, and I'm currently a one stripe blue belt. And I was a big fan of the grappling exchanges that happened in the UFC. I didn't really understand what was going on, but I knew that it looked really cool, and I thought that it would be something cool to learn. So I came to a trial class, and then I fell in love with it ever since. Honestly, I think just it was a combination of the fun that I had in here, um, the exercise, and then also the community that I built over the months and years that I've been training here. Just coming in here, it's like a meditative practice for me. I forget about whatever I'm stressing about, whether that be work, school, or relationships. When I come in here and I step on the mats, it's a good time to relieve that stress and just focus on being in the moment, because when you're grappling with someone, the only thing on your mind is not getting choked out or getting your arm broke. One way that jiu-jitsu has improved my life is just increasing my physical activity levels. I got to a point where I was getting bored of the gym, so weightlifting just got really repetitive, and I was starting to decrease the amount of times that I was going to the gym. So finding jiu-jitsu was a great new way to stay physically active. It's a pretty moderate to vigorous level intensity workout, um, and it's also a really good way to get the mental reps too. It's like a physical game of chess. I think that everyone should train jujitsu because it's a very humbling art. A lot of people have this false sense of uh, that they this feeling that they can do a lot more than they're actually capable of. So a lot of guys, they let their ego get in the way and they try to pick fights at bars or whatnot. But I found that the more that I train, the more that it's been a humbling experience, and the better I get at jiu-jitsu, the less that I actually ever want to get into some kind of fight or anything outside of the jiu-jitsu gym, simply because you never know who's training, how much training they have. You can have a guy that's 110 pounds be super technical, high level, and he could defeat, believe it or not, a 250-pound like muscle guy. Okay, so you just never can judge a book by its cover. So everybody should train. It's a very humbling art. It's a great form of physical activity, and it's also really good to relieve things like anxiety. And you just really feel good whenever you're training, and you have something to look forward to every day.